you? Good. Good morning from the Emirates first class cabin on the 777. We're heading to Hamburg, Germany to check out the latest and the future airline products. First class caviar, that's all the style. It's a must in first class. Airlines are making billions of profit these days, so it's good to see they start slowly investing into the products. So there's a lot of new first class concepts are coming up. Air France La Première. Also, Qatar Airways has teased about a new first class on the 777X. Cathay Pacific also announced, and Singapore Airlines. Business class wise, I hope that we'll see soon the Emirates A350, and also the 777 is getting a refurbishment from 232 to a 121, so I can't wait to see those. There's a lot of creativity in the premium cabin, but in economy, equally, we'll see some crazy ideas like double-decker seatings, horse straddle seats, you name it. So this expo is so interesting. It's not just about the hard seat products, it's also about the soft product, amenities, and also catering. So for example, look at this slipper here. This one has gone through some design change as well. Now they added a piece to wrap around your sole and to keep you warm. Quite bumpy weather lately. There's a lot of turbulent news. People got injured. Better buckle up, ready for the landing to Hamburg. Look at the new seats here. This perhaps is the coolest seats I've seen at the entire Aircraft Interiors Expo 24. This is called MYA from Collins Aerospace.
Morning. So yeah, this is our concept business class seat, which we've developed in collaboration with our colleagues at Panasonic Avionics. This seat really is a concept, and it's meant to showcase the best of our combined technologies. So this is aimed at our next-gen business class people, our Gen Zs and our Gen Alphas, and we're really trying to think about the user experience and those customer needs. It's absolutely packed with tech.
You know, it's like watching a 3D cinema. You hear, the motion just from the headset here built into the headrest.
You should be getting some haptic feedback through the seat as well.
Definitely. I feel there's motion. Like when people riding motorbike on the screen, you can feel you're together with them.
That's exactly right.
Wow,
yeah.
that's powerful.
Had phenomenal feedback as well, because exactly that, like an IMAX cinematic experience, so it's truly immersive.
It's also just the fundamentals that you got it right. It's beautiful. You got so much room here in the footwell area and all that, and you don't hit the box, and it's just so much room. It feels so relaxed in a sliding comfort position like home cinema. So here, guys, I want you guys to feel it. I want you guys to hear it. Hear the speaker. This is how it is. You don't have to wear those because those keep falling out of my ear, and it don't feel good to side sleeping with your, headsets on. So this is amazing. And here, this thing here, you can see the vibration. That vibration is from the motion on the cinema.
And the really cool thing is, I can't hear it here. You probably can't hear it there. It is unique to your experience, which means you can have that headphoneless audio without bothering the other passengers.
So now you got high-speed internet, you got all this full cinematic experience. Where the IFE industry is heading to?
What we're talking about doing is creating the connected seatback. So the IFC, the IFE come together as one, streaming content, casting content, and the passenger being able to see whatever they want in full 21:9 cinematic format. So like the theater in business class.
So bringing the airplane experience like a home experience now.
What we want to bring aerospace to the forefront of technology again, overtake automotive, overtake home, and make your business class travel be the best thing that you do.
At the AIX, you can see a lot of airline delegation came here to look at the new product. I met Vivian from Cathay Pacific. I remember last month I was in Hong Kong looking through your new premium economy for the 777. And I believe you have more new product coming along the line. Tell us more about it.
Exactly. So this year we're going to launch a newly retrofitted 777-300ER. So on that we're going to have the new premium economy seat, which we have seen, that is completely defined the new comfort of premium economy. At the same time, we're going to launch the Aria Suite, which is the most thoughtfully curated, kind of effortlessly intuitive technology, bringing into the new business class suite.
When do you expect to have that on the airplane?
This year.
This year?
Yes, this
on
year.
On the existing 777?
Yes.
At the Delta Flight product, there's two very groundbreaking products considering for the people with determination or handicapped people with wheelchair on board.
So the first step would be to remove the cushions. Next step would be to raise the armrest. Then we can raise the frame. And this is what allows the wheelchair to get into position. One last step you can do is raise the center console up. That gives the wheelchair passenger the access to the tray table when they're in flight. As the wheelchair comes into position, there's hooks that are mounted inside of the plinth. Those hooks are on retractors. So we're able to pull them out, attach them to the wheelchair, and once the wheelchair is in position, they'll retract into place, locking the wheelchair down so that the wheelchair won't move around during flight.
How the economy costs work for wheelchair?
Yeah, of course. So same general idea, right? The cushions will come off first, and these will be stowed as we mentioned before. So one on each side. This armrest can also pivot up, and then the frame rotates up as well, just the same as the business class.
I'm keen to roll in the wheelchair to do a test to see the space whether it fits. So it fits right in the middle like this?
Yes, exactly.
Taking two seats out.
Exactly.
Ingo, what's new at Airbus this time at AIX?
Actually, brand new is the A330 new Airspace interior. And what we feature, please welcome on board.
This is super cool. You can see the seats on the floor like this.
One-to-one size, and we can change from business to economy to premium economy by a finger click. But what you feature in the center is the hero light, what we call it. Unique atmosphere, unique pattern, unique color, makes a big differentiation. This is possible because we can take off the center pin, because we have wider, bigger lateral bins, 60% bags.
No more bins in the middle in business class. All the bins are a little bit more curved, I think more headroom on the side.
And on top, we pushed out the sidewalls. We have more shoulder clearance with the new sidewalls. Plus, we have a new design language, 100 kilos lighter, and a comfort function with electro-dimmable windows.
So you extended the width of the cabin by how many millimeter?
16 in total, 18
16 millimeter.
18
Right.
shoulder.
And I like these windows. Look at these windows. And I want to play with it. I want to go dark because it's automatic. Oh, fast. Responsive.
Brand new, latest technology.
Wow. So it looks like the next one is going to be a popular one.
That is
The extra long range.
That is a game changer.
Okay, let's go in. The 321XLR. Quite something here. You got lots of options here.
Here in the XLR, from the single aisle, we have the same features just shown in the wide body. So we bring in the wide body comfort for airspace into an XLR, enabling, that 11 hours long distance flight with a single aisle aircraft.
I hope this is real. 1-to-1 mock-up.
Exactly.
Wow. You don't have to duck your head or anything, right? This is tall. And how huge these bins are. These bins are phenomenal. Like, okay, I can see the luggage can go like this way instead of going flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. But lots of people still drag about flying narrow body, transatlantic, or anything more than 6 hours.
Absolutely. We brought the wide body experience into a single aisle. It's about the lighting, it's about the noise. We are the quietest cabin. We have 18-inch wide seat. That is the standard seat width of a wide body seat. All this together, I think, is a wide body experience. So, and what we see already, like JetBlue is flying from New York to London, New York to Paris. It's almost the same distance, and passengers love it because they do not have to connect.
I found something very cool. Vision 2035 plus. So in more than 10 years, the overhead spin is going to become a net, and it's going to look like this from recycled material.
Clearly, this is a lot lighter. By the bionic structure, you save weight a lot. With the net that weighs nothing, you still have the stiffness and safety on it, weight saving. Plus, the new material can do a circular approach end-to-end afterlife.
So this is interesting. It's kind of like a ribcage skeleton instead of that thick bulkhead, 60 kilo.
Exactly.
How much weight you think this is?
Taking the same loads, 40% lighter, doing the same job than before.
Well, this makes coming to the show more interesting. It's an education tour. So this is the first time I've seen a data center installed on the plane for 96 terabyte storage, give you thousands of hours of content. But here, I'm at Thales stand to learn from you. How does all this work? Do you have this little data center on board?
It's actually built from a cloud platform, and this cloud platform is extended into the cabin via the first flying data center. It's a web architecture so that we can bring any service from the consumer world inside the cabin.
So the beauty is, while the plane is flying, you can keep refresh and updating content as it goes.
Exactly.
And then this is also for live TV, live sports game, and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And it's not a static IFE anymore, it's really an engagement platform that is going to evolve over time.
So I heard about this word a lot, connected cabin. What does that mean, connected cabin?
So for us, connected cabin is about bringing all the stakeholders that are bringing equipment on board and services together. For example, Thales is an expert in IFE and connectivity, and we would like as well to connect with the seat providers, with the catering providers, with any providers of an airline that would like to see how to bring more comfort and a seamless experience to the passengers.
If I move my seats, if I forgot to seat belts, the connected cabin will let the cabin crew know. If I order a coffee direct from my seat, the galley will receive the order. That's what is connectivity over the cabin means?
Yeah, so this is what we envision, yes. The fact that, for example, all the stakeholders, in the cabin providing equipment will connect their own device together. So as you said, if we have sensors into the seats that can provide, wellness monitoring, this is something that we would like to connect, yes, to the IFE and provide this information to the passenger.
This is my first time seeing a dish. This is the Starlink internet installed on top of the airplane, little white little hum. And it's amazing fast because I used it on JSX. The first airline had it in America, 500 Mbps. I think it's gonna have the same as home theater experience, stream, watching YouTube in the future on the plane. At the show, I found Qatar Airways Group CEO Badr Elmir. So I believe you have some very exciting cabin update coming soon.
Yes, Sam, it's really nice running into you here in Hamburg. As we have announced a few months ago, we will be revealing our new updated Qsuite in less than 2 months' time, exactly in FORMIA Air Show. The next step, which we have already talked about, is our first class cabin, which is still under preparation, and we will announce it very soon as well.
Tell us about today, the signing with Starlink. What does it mean to Qatar Airways fleet and the passenger experience?
Our aim is always to bring the customer experience up to the highest level. And we're always, as you know, as Qatar Airways, we always want to be the first when it comes to new technologies for our passengers. So today we're announcing that we have very good collaboration with the Starlink team. And by the end of this year, we will have 3 aircrafts with Starlink installation, and we have a very tight program that within 2 years our whole fleet will be equipped with Starlink.
The show is not just about seats, it's also the soft products, right? Interesting, these amenity kits. Now, I want to ask the designer, the trend of amenity kits. Are we going more like personalization? I see now arts getting painted. This is Japan Airlines' new comfort kits.
Correct, yeah. So in general, the airline seems to be shifting from kind of luxury products and luxury goods to more artsy, more niche-y, more design-led brands. So this is an industry first. This is a glow-in-the-dark bag. So The idea is to walk through the cabin on a long-haul flight when it's all dark, and the bag will glow, so you can see it as you're walking in. If you can pick your eye mask or.
So you put. Let me try it. I'm trying to see if it glows. I guess it's not dark enough.
It's not dark enough. It's not dark enough.
So the idea is people can see the amenity kits during darkness.
Yeah, correct. So that's a glow-in-the-dark yellow, and this is a glow-in-the-dark blue. So
interesting.
The new launch of the American Airlines flagship bag, and ultimately, some airlines now are going away from luxury brands to having more airline-specific branded bags, because actually those brands within themselves are very powerful, very strong, and we do the same for Saudia, and yes, the new launch for American AA flagship.
Yeah. So I've seen lots of bags. All of them are very attractive, right? They're leather pouch, they're soft ones, they're hard cases. I don't know which ones do you guys prefer. It's quite cozy here.
Oh yeah.
I remember it's the heating and the cooling function.
We have done a lot of research, and we found out that business and first class passengers, they tend to drive luxury cars. And then we asked ourselves, why, if in the automotive industry seat heating and cooling is available, why don't we just make it possible for aviation? And then we have the solution for that. If you just press that button.
I press the button?
Yes, and then welcome to the Caynova world. Seat heating functionality will start to deploy, and then you will have the seat heating in the backrest and in the seat bottom, having a relaxation of your muscles, because we are able to transform the electrical energy, taking the power from the aircraft into heat. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
You feel it?
There's something grabbing my back.
Exactly.
It's a massager.
Exactly, and that's what
you
we
got
call
that.
At the hot stone massage, meaning it's a combination of very strong massage functionality on the one side, together with the heating functionality, something unique, something which hasn't been seen so far in the market.
Welcome to our Stelia Opera Essential, the new seat. This seat is 65 kg.
Just 65 kg?
Just 65 kg, all seats. We suppress all non-necessary electronical parts. So this seat is powered by itself, by mechanic. Please try.
It's mechanical seats, of course. Without those heavy motors.
So please
I'm going to put my feet on it.
But you know, you can go to the full flat.
Yeah, it goes very smooth.
You can go to the full flat. Very smooth. And not only that, you know, the tricky part.
Thank you.
The tricky part, you know, when you have mechanicism, it's how to come back.
Yeah, very smooth. So all I need is just a little bit of movement.
Little bit of movement. You don't need to force with your feet. You don't need anything, you know. This is the secret part of this.
It's like a swing, really.
Like a swing. We use your weight to bring you back.
Oh, interesting.
So we don't need any actuator.
65 kilo, I can see you also using tablets now.
Now we have the revolution of the 5G, of the connectivity. So you can bring your own device, you can bring your own movie, you can bring all of that. I think this is the future. And you know, you have an idea of the weight of just the wiring, even not the screen, but just the wiring of the HiFi system in the cabin for a wide-body aircraft.
How much
it's
weight?
More than a ton.
More than 1,000 kilo?
More than 1,000 kilo, just for the wiring.
Just the wiring?
Just the wiring, without the screen, without the equipment of the seat.
You found so many airline colleagues attending AIX. Fabien from Air France, when are you expecting to release the full details of the next generation of La Première First Class of Air France?
It's a two-phase project. We just revealed the new ground experience that will be ready for this summer with a new vestibule, totally private pass, and as well, cherry on the cake, you have your own suite with the patio. So that's the first brick, really enhancing the ground experience. But then I will disappoint you, you have to wait up to December then to know the onboard product with the new suite. It will be probably the longest with 5 windows. And we try to have 3 modular space, combining seating, dining, working, a kind of a meridian, perhaps sofa bed. So yeah, we are working on a very innovative concept, but I cannot say more than that.
I'm visiting Aviointeriors, the Italian seat maker, 53 years in business. You may remember those very famous conceptual seats, the horse straddle seat for low-cost airline that stirs up the whole internet. And also the COVID rearward, backward facing seats with a screen, right? Lots of cool concept. What this time really impresses, looks like a very ordinary economy class seats. 29 seat pitch, as it indicated on the ground. But look at the legroom here. I actually have a lot of legroom. You gotta remember, I'm a big guy. I'm 185 centimeters, 6'1". It's magic. I don't know how they squeeze and then created that little extra room for me. And also, this is not a thin seat back. This has actually got really good lumbar support and comfort, and the thigh supports. So this is the table coming down.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Quite smart utilization. Instead of a separate one, you could actually have a little space to hold a tablet or the phone. So the beauty of this show, I think, is every level of budget, there are options here. So this seat is destined for perhaps a low-cost or second-tier carrier. It's been a long day, it's quite tiring, but nothing better than sitting on the airplane seats when you get tired, right? Now, I think most of you will be familiar with the staggered seating business class, but not all business class seats are the same these days. Tell us about the trend, what's happening inside the business cabin.
Yes, on the same cabin, the airline can offer a different service, a different level of service. You can have a business class foot flat behind, and for the first row you can offer a first class service.
So I just have one question, Luca. This interior, I actually seen quite a few manufacturers offer the same. What's your advantage at Aviointeriors?
Our advantage is the very short lead time we can offer the seat, and we can fully customize the seat following the needs for each customer. We can create a seat specific for each customer.
Imagine this is on the 777X door 2, the welcome lobby, welcoming passenger to come in.
Sam, have you heard of a third space?
Third space, no.
Well, a third space on an airplane is a place that you go to socialize and to get out of your seat. Because in the world, we have what we call a first space, which is an area that you might live. A second space is an area where you may work. But on an airplane, the first and the second space are the same. They're your seat in an airplane cabin.
I love this stuff, and I'm really hoping Airline will actually use this. This is a beautiful screen. You could display the menu, you could display the flight information.
Absolutely.
Duty-free, anything, right?
You got it.
And here I know your name, Perch, is because people can lean on it and perch on it. It's very comfortable actually doing this.
Yes.
I see you got something hidden on the wall.
We have a little hidden element here. So this is just an idea, a concept of maybe you even store some champagne glasses.
Oh, I see.
And when you come in, you can take your champagne glass and have some champagne and pour yourself a little drink while you're perching over in this area.
But really, when it comes down to customer airlines, do you think they're going to follow this? Because they might not actually transform into the real estate as what we designed for.
That is true. I think we'll see different elements of this maybe come to life. You could see for your more full service flagship carriers, maybe they would introduce a concept like this. But for those carriers in between, maybe you'll see bits and pieces of it come to life. Maybe you'll see your self-service station. Maybe you'll see just the Perch, right? A more contained piece of real estate that doesn't take away from the seat count, but still gets part of that third space elements coming to life.
I think on some of these ultra long haul airliners, 18, 19 hours non-stop, Australia, Europe, and all those, these will be a very useful feature, I believe. So last year at AIX, Alejandro came up with a double-decker economy class seats. Your aim is to improving the space, right, and break out from the norm. Exactly. And then show us, what did you have today? You have designed something based on a double-decker.
Follow me and I'll show you a little bit around. So down here you get the business class configuration, where you have a full lie flat bed that is 2.25 meters long. And as you can see, just by pushing the seat forward, you can actually go into a full bed mode right here. Well, actually, Sam, there's a double seat up here as well, so that we can both jump in there and I'll show you around.
Yeah, you play with the space so you can have two people sitting together.
Yeah, this is a smart way to optimize the cabin in order for having two passengers. If we're traveling together, for example, we can have a very nice meal while watching film in front of us. We have a lot of storage space around, so we have the different literature pockets right here. And if you push the screen to the side, you can see that we have a vanity down here where you can have all the amenities.
Right, so you're very smart with your space. Now I get it. It's like a 1-2-1, but the two were in the middle.
Yeah.
At the upper level. I need to know your space proposition. Are you saving a lot of space by going double deck?
Here you can see the layout of the cabin, and basically what we're proving is that you can put a first class experience within a business class layout or footprint.
Ah, what you're doing is hybrid, so you're having all these business class on each side.
Exactly.
And then the double deck in the middle.
And then the Chaise Lounge elevated class in the middle, which offers you two new experiences, the lower row and the upper row that I've just shown you.
That is a wrap for the last 3 days of Aircraft Interior Expo in Hamburg. Tell me what's the coolest thing you've seen. Leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.